Hello, everyone. Today's January 22nd, 2025. This is the Kubernetes data protection working group meeting. So I think we just want to go over the agenda items. How are we doing with the CPT feature?
Well, we just got off our working group subgroup
Oh,
meeting,
okay.
and so we have a number of things. So one, we're waiting on the approval for the CSI host path driver.
Which one? Okay, this one?
Yeah, the
This is
documentation.
because we are, okay. Uh,
We have resolved all the conversations. I
okay.
think,
Is
yeah, we are
this is
waiting for the
because we
approval.
cannot change the
Yeah,
uh
around image tag, it was pending.
did we did okay. I guess that's the issue is with the image tag, right? I remember there was an issue
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there.
Yeah. So we,
Oh,
we we reverted that change. We can keep using the existing image tag, but just to use the snapshot metadata feature, we can overwrite it using the environment variable. So
oh,
I've added steps in the doc.
okay.
If you move down, yeah, here.
Mm-mm.
So we can overwrite it at the time of installation. That works for us.
Okay. All right, then probably we can get this one merged then. All right. Okay, I will take another look after the meeting. We can get this merged.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we have the
Thanks.
update to the CSI docs book ready. It's in draft form. It's just waiting for us to make a release and get all the version numbers firmed up.
Okay. Okay.
Then we had this big question about the release process itself, right? Is there automation? Is it just tagging? Does the initial release need a change log file, right? We're just planning on a tag, not a branch for the first release for alpha, right? So,
Oh,
so
no, you need to have like a release. I think initially this is the alpha, so you can just do like a 0.1. So
right.
yeah.
We've decided on 0.1.0 as the version number, right?
Right. But I mean you need to have a release branch. You need to have like release dash 0.1. That will be your release branch.
Okay, so we need a branch.
Yes,
Okay.
you need a branch and then you cut your release from there.
All
And then
right.
you can just yeah, this one can be manual. You can just
Yeah.
you
We
have
can use
the
GitHub to do
you
it
have
then. Yeah.
permission, right? You have permission to do the release, right? I think you
We will
guys.
find out when
Okay. Yeah.
we
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first, yeah, basically the process is first you uh cut a branch, release dash 0.1, and then you come here, just you can release it here. Yeah. And
I'm pretty confident that we don't have a permission to cut release. Carol,
oh,
can
you
you please
don't?
check?
Okay, you
Carol,
want to
please
check.
check.
I thought you guys are admin. I thought you guys are added as, or at least Carl and Prasad, a few of you. Okay, you guys check. If not, maybe I can help you with the first one. Then we need to figure out how to add you. I thought you guys are admin. Then you should be able to do that. So
Oh,
we'll figure out
I
that.
do not, yeah, I do not have any thing to create a release. No.
Oh, that's
No,
weird. Okay, so how do I? So I can definitely do that for now, but I'm just wondering where do we add you? But we can figure out that later. You don't see
Yeah,
this?
we
You did
we
not see
were in the
the.
no, it's not there. We were
no.
in the owners, but we weren't in the GitHub repo admins. So it's a GitHub repo config that we don't have.
Okay, so I need to check out. I don't remember how that was. Okay, because I thought we did the same thing for other folks, then they could cut release. I need to check what's wrong. Okay, we will figure out. Okay, but for now, if you're ready that you need to cut, I can just do that now for you. But then in the future, you guys should be able to do that. And then so in your case, it's not automated, right? Because for other CSS sidecars, so once I say, if once I say cut the release, then there is a image will be built automatically. But in your case, I'm not sure if you have that there yet.
We
Uh,
do have
I,
the image built for
okay,
visual
so we can
staging
maybe
thing.
okay. So
Is
then
that going to be picked up?
so it should. So if if everything's right, then so if I cut the release, then but take some time, right? But there should be an image that will show up on the staging repo. So right now, have you seen that showing up as the canary images? Have you seen that?
Yeah, we had that built from main, and
In
we actually
the
have this
in the
whole.
staging repo. So then this part should work. Yeah, we'll try it when we release them. You should have a image with you should have this tag, right? 0.1 showing up on the stage. So okay, we're just trying to see, do we need the RC or we're good? I think we're probably fine, right? Do we need the RC first or no? You think it's okay?
Since it's the first alpha, I don't think so.
Okay, it's probably okay. Yeah, since it's alpha, right? So we can just do it. Usually, we for the other release, we sometimes do RC, but not like all the time. If we are confident, we don't need to do RC. Okay, so we can just cut the release, and then we'll see if it shows up properly on staging repo, and then we need to do promotion, in testing for promoted to the production.
Yeah, another question we had, and that's probably not for the first release, but the consecutive releases, is that we seen there some release node generation tools in the release tools.
Oh, yes.
And
so okay, I
there's some
can.
docs on how to run those when we run
Yeah, you should run those. So for the release notes, right? So for the release notes, okay. So you know what? We need to have okay. So we need to have a change log. So before cutting this release dash 0.1, you need to run the release node tools to generate the change log. You don't have that yet, right? You take a look of other sidecars. There should be like a change log.
Yeah. So our question was, does the first release need a change log because there is no
Yes.
quote unquote change?
You do need that, right? So
Yeah, there's a directory and there's an MD file.
but I think when you're running that, okay, so that's interesting, right? When you run that, you probably just run that against the first commit, right? So when you run the release node, you give two shards, basically like the commit ID, right? So if you go here, right? So that command, I'll share the command later. Oh, you guys already know the command?
No, we don't. We don't know
okay.
the
I can
exact.
share that. Yeah.
I think the release notes for like the very first release or something are just like introducing the project. You know, it's not a change log, right? It's here's what the project does in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Because the release notes are going to output a markdown file, but you can edit it before scanning it. And I think you just edit in this is what the project does between version 0 and version 0.1.
Yeah, it's a good idea. So probably, you generate that first and then add something in the beginning to explain what
and our MD file, readme.md file on the top has a lot of stuff in it. We can just cut and paste it.
Okay. Yeah, so Ben can also help review the change log. Yeah, once. So basically, I was just trying to say you pick you pick commit ID, right? So you pick your last one. That's the last shard, and the first shard probably just have to be your first. Yeah, maybe just the first one then. Very first. Maybe just use the very first one. Okay. Then that's probably good because it's only going to pick up the ones that has the release notes. It's not going to show all of them. So it's only going to show you if you have like most of this will not show, like maybe this one, let's see.
None of these have release notes because this was all pre.
I know, but there is this. Well, yeah. So some of those, if you added those, it will show up. If you didn't add any of those, then none will show up. So, but in the future, you should try to write.
Yeah. Future, we have to add release notes.
Yeah, but I mean, even like at this stage, right? For which PR introduced the major change, those actually should have something, right? So let me see. What is your?
I think
which is the large one? This one? This might sounds like this seems like.
I don't think you need to have individual release notes like on a per commit basis for the first release. That seems a little extreme.
Yeah.
I think that
but I think that's helpful for people to actually see. Oh, okay, you guys didn't add anything. I think I would suggest you actually go over, just pick a few major ones, add the release notes. Do you know the release note? You have to
But
have that.
this is the first release. I mean, it's like this is alpha. Then
I
after
know, but
this,
I think it's still helpful for people to say, hey, which PR introduced this change, right? So I think that's actually helpful. It's not like it's because you also have a lot of
I
those
don't know.
like yeah,
I, I
It's
think it's a good
after.
habit to get in, but I
yeah.
don't think it's going to offer a lot of value to individual
Yeah,
users and developers.
yeah,
Because the first version of anything is you're doing a lot of wild and crazy refactoring and redesigning and rebuilding and
exactly.
trying to
Yeah,
trace back through how you got to version 0.1 is usually a mess. Once people start using it, then the deltas between that and the later versions become way more interesting. But if you have
agree.
Yeah, but
zero
I think
users,
I think would be useful to have those like this is number one to have
I mean,
those major
it's
ones,
good to get in
right?
the habit of filling
Yeah,
out the release notes to be sure.
Yeah.
yeah. But I think
Yeah, and we are prompted
it's
for the
definitely
release notes
helpful.
every time, but you know we've just not put them in because we haven't
I
released.
think you should, yeah, I think for, you don't have to do everyone, but for the major ones, right? Like I already see this one, like this one, and then the one that, the other one, the car has the secret. So just pick a few major ones, just to add the release notes. And when you run that command, it will generate those. I think it's helpful people just to see, hey, what are the main thing, right? I think it's helpful.
Yeah, please share the command with us.
Yeah, I will share the command.
Thank you.
Okay, and then, okay, then the change log. So you can take a look of other repos, create that folder, change log folder, and yeah. Then after that, basically just promotion. We can get to that one when we have the image. That one you need to run that in this testing for place. Oh no, actually not testing place. It's other. I think it's a K8s. So we will get there later. Okay. Anything else? Did you get this pipeline issue fixed? The pipeline issue?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's remove this. Should extend CSI. Okay, is this still to do or is it done? So some CSI test. Or is this not important?
I think we can drop it. I mean, it's like I
Okay.
don't know anyone does this anymore even so.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the rest of them are probably still relevant, right? Okay. Action.
So are you going to get us permission to do the release, or will we ask you
Oh,
to
I will
share?
for now I will do it because I need to figure out. I thought you guys have the permission. I'm not sure why it's not. So I need to compare your permission to other, other folks, right? Just to see what is missing. Because when this repo was created, I thought you guys are in the
This
admin.
repo is kind of different than others because it has a main, not a master, among other
Yeah,
things.
but that should not be the issue,
No,
right?
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. It's a lot of different things. Yeah.
Yeah, that one probably will have some problems running the test, but then the admin thing should not be that, should not be determined by that. It's weird. I just need to go back and see when we created this repo, did we miss anything? I thought you guys are added as admin. Did we miss that? Then I know that's the reason. But otherwise, if it's not there, then I need to figure out where to add you guys. I don't know if Ben still remember. It's been a while, so I don't know. Just for Ben, for you to do the release of those volume populated repo. I don't know. Are there anything special we need permission that you need to get, or it's just in the beginning you get it? I don't know if you
I never
remember.
had this problem with the repos I created.
Okay.
So
Okay, so
somehow I just
we can maybe
had the
okay,
power.
so then maybe we can just go back and check and see how those voting populator are, because there was a request in the beginning. So just want to compare and see if there are any differences. Because unless we didn't add you guys as admin in the beginning, I think it's weird why it's not giving you permission. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, and we have
But
one last point along the sidecar, and that is,
Huh?
we've been using a private Slack channel, right, for the people involved, and now the right, Fuang is also joining us again. We've like reached the limit on how many people can be there. So should we just move us conversations into the WG data protection channel?
You can just go there. Then you can just go there. Then you can start a thread there, right? You don't have to. I mean, because your conversation, it's not going. I mean, it's fine. But
Okay.
would you
I mean,
see that, right?
for something open source, I think the communication should be as open as possible, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
I wouldn't worry about filling up the channel with junk. The channel is pretty empty, and if people don't want to listen to it, they can leave.
Yeah, it's actually good. Then it makes it more active.
So
Right now,
that's
there's
good.
hardly any conversations there.
Yeah, I'll paste today's meeting notes over there, right?
Okay.
So we can start.
That you can do, right? Do you have permission to cut a branch to create a branch, or do you not even have that?
We don't, I don't have permission.
Oh, okay, all right then.
Mm.
Then I will do this one too. So then you basically for now you just submit the changelog PR add and release notes to important events. Release release tools. Change.
Can you please share commands for changelog and release
Share.
notes?
Changelog.
Yeah, I pasted today's meeting notes in the WG working data group data protection channel.
Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, okay then I think we're good with this now, right? All right. Okay, so this one since this is also a feature relevant to this working group, so this it's a Ben's feature voting populator is moving to GA. So now there's the cap. So it's going through the reviews. We're trying to get this one merged. Oh, I do have a question. I don't know if anyone here using this voting populator.
We are using volume populators in Vim for, what was that? I think for
For restoring
Kubevert,
backups? Or that was
No,
one of the main
Yeah.
use cases was
no,
to restore backup.
no, we're not using it for restoring backups. I think
Okay, use this for what?
there was some prototype work we were doing with that, right,
yeah, we
Dennis?
were doing something around Kubevert.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Hubert, yeah, right.
Oh, for Kubert. Okay. But it's a prototype.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to check with the person who's doing that. What was it exactly?
Yeah, you actually maybe helpful. There was some Slack discussions. Yeah, SIG storage or CSI channel. If you guys are you guys open to share some, like exactly how some or even roughly like how you are using it will be helpful.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
I will
Okay,
ask
so I will
I'll
just
ask you
tag.
that. Yeah.
Who should I tag there? Tara will tag you then, or is it who? Okay,
Probably Danny. I don't
Dan?
think using it in the final product. I think there was some prototype work
Oh,
someone was
that's
doing.
fine too. That's fine too because right now we're trying to figure out. So I think Sunny is trying to move this to GS. She's asking. So I just remember some time ago, OpenEBS they actually have a blog, right? So they have something, but that's also they're no longer using it. It's
Right.
just something they did a long time ago.
Yeah,
I
we
haven't.
can ask around in our group, not a problem. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I-
What channel?
I will tag you. I will find there's a thread. Just like it's
Okay.
just stick storage. I will
Okay.
find
Yeah.
it. So it's Dan. Okay, what is your okay, Dan. What is
I,
your what is your
I would caution against using a feature that never shipped as evidence for why the new feature should go GA, because we would want to know why the feature never shipped, right? If someone did a
okay,
prototype and decided ultimately not to use data populators, then that's an argument that maybe there was something wrong with the data populators feature, right? So we
right,
would want to
yeah,
understand like what the logic was.
sure. Yeah, just
Y-
still trying to understand some use cases. But I
Yeah.
believe Michelle's team, they are actually using it. That's why they actually want to move this one to GA. They're
Yeah,
working.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
So um
if we're looking for more examples, you want to look for
uh,
positive examples, and an
sure,
example of a
sure.
team that used it and
Yeah,
decided
yeah,
it was the wrong thing is sort of a
yeah.
bad example.
Of course, yeah. But they may not be necessarily be a bad example. Maybe they're just
Yeah, we didn't decide that it's a wrong thing.
yeah. It's just they probably use that as a prototype, but maybe
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I asked the person who worked with that to share it in SIG storage.
okay. I will yeah,
And
I will pin. What is your Slack handle? A search name,
and
maybe you can find it. Or
I think it's Daniel Fedotov
that's the whole
as
thing.
my name.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll search for that. Okay. Oh, you are if you are active on the data protection working group, I probably can find you there too, right? Okay. So I'll just tag you and if you have anything to say, it's okay. Even if it's just some use case that you're considering, I think we don't have to put it in the cap or anything, just to, for people to know what are the potential use
But
case.
but if there's any feedback, positive or negative, like that's the kind of stuff we're trying to collect, right?
Yeah,
Because
if you say hey,
the
it's
people who
bad,
have to decide that it's going to go GA, their big worry is they'll declare it's GA, and then someone will show up and say, "But you didn't cover this important use case," and then you're stuck. So like we want to get
that's true.
evidence that that's not going to happen.
Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah. So good or bad, just even if it's hey, this is just we tried it. It's maybe we decided not to use it. Maybe that's fine too, right? It's not necessarily be used against. So maybe it's just that's not for this purpose. Because I mentioned to Sunny, I said, hey, I also wanted to use that, but it just we haven't even done any prototype. So if you have done prototype, that's one step further. Because I look at it, I said, oh, this will be will be useful. It's just we haven't really got a chance to even do anything with it. So I even explained to her my rough use case based on just in theory what I might use it.
Mhm.
I think that's still helpful. Okay.
Yeah, I'll ask them ask them to share
Okay.
what
Yeah,
the
I will pin your name there, and then you can, if you have any more details, you can be good to know. Okay. All right then. That's that. But Ben, you have any other concerns for this?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, if there's nothing else, then we're done for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Xing.
Bye.
Thanks, Xing.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Thanks.